I really believe that only guys who are considered to be ugly and unattractive know females' true nature. Now, this isn't just something that I've experienced myself and read about, but I believe is something that generally happens to a lot of guys, and not only that, it is something that is often covered up or isn't acknowledged by the vast, wide majority of media and people, or at least the media and things like that. You tend to get dismissed if you talk about this sort of thing, because I believe that is because society and people have been conditioned to preserve their public image of females. They never want to take away their stupid view of their flawless princess and crap like that. Whenever you talk about females' bad behaviour or things like this, people tend to shun you for it, and they'll always blame the guy. Whenever you talk about your bad experiences, it's similar to some people who get bullied, throughout their life. People tend to justify bullying somebody by just saying, "Oh, this guy's weird," or "he's acting weird," as a way to not feel bad about actually bullying somebody. They try to justify it by bullshit reasons, where in reality the guy's not actually being weird. He's just become quiet, and his personality and everything has been suppressed because of years of being treated like shit. So therefore he's become skeptical and untrusting of people, and therefore he's quiet. And also the fact of there's a thing called the halo effect, where certain behaviours get looked at as favourably or negatively depending on a person's appearance. So somebody who's quiet and good looking can be considered mysterious and intriguing and fascinating, whatever, or awkward and cute, and shit like that. But if you're quiet and weird looking or unattractive, you can be thought of often as creepy or strange or weird, or "oh, that guy's got bad vibes," or some other horse shit like that people will use. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because this is a problem that's affected me for a fucking long time. I've read about a lot of other guys that have gone through this shit as well, and it's something that society in general refuses to acknowledge. They'll always paint the man as a bad person, or if you ever complain about it's ridiculous, you get your fucking opinions shut down, and it's like, I've often talked about this with people, and it's like they're trying to tell me my own personal experiences are fake. So, yeah, but anyway, I think that generally, there's a lot of guys out there who do know in-depth female behaviour, and I'm not going to say that I know about all of their behaviour in general, but I'm just talking about in regards to this particular subject anyway. So, there's a lot of guys out there who've, like a lot of the attractive ones who have actually had a lot of experience dealing with females, generally, I guess, have come to the conclusion of a lot of their behavioural patterns and things like this. But I don't believe that most of these guys truly know what it's like how their behaviour is. They can see what they've experienced and the way that these females will act around them and to other guys, but unless they've actually walked in the shoes of somebody who's actually been deemed to be unattractive or ugly by the majority of females, they have no idea. It's like there's a difference between reading about something and actually having first-hand experience with it. You can get an education on what things might be like, but you never really truly know what it's like until you've actually walked in the shoes of somebody who's experienced something like that. So, we can form somewhat of an educated opinion on reading extensively, but unless we've actually lived it, and experienced it, we still don't quite know the full picture. Anyway, so 4 minutes 25 seconds in, I still haven't got to the point. Basically, I think that, the only guys really who know what it's like, what truly female behaviour is like, is guys who are considered to be ugly by them. Now, when I'm talking about referring to true female nature, what I mean by that is exactly how fucking horrible these people can be to somebody that they deem to be unattractive or ugly. Now, I'll talk a little bit about my experiences, and I've also read about a lot of this happening to other guys. You see, a lot of these guys who are actually pretty attractive. May not always have been that way, and some of them might have had these experiences before they grew up and their face changed and they got taller and things like that. But some of them might know and some of them might not, but quite a lot of them have never really had it to the extent of somebody who's grown up, and been in their 20s and considered this way. But anyway, a lot of these guys will probably have a positive opinion on females and think they're actually nice people because of the fact that the females have treated them nicely because they've actually looked decent. They have a favourable response from them because of the fact that these guys look decent, so therefore the females feel a need to be nice to these guys. However, I think that females in general, if they don't want anything from you, and they can't use you for anything, or you don't have anything to offer them, like in terms of something for them to use you for, or they don't find you attractive, then they feel like they don't just want to be like nice people. They feel the need to just be relatively horrible, and they couldn't care less about you. So they don't see a point of actually being a decent person to you. And that's why I think a lot of these attractive guys don't seem to realise is that, if they happen to be looking more so on the ugly side, they wouldn't meet the nice, friendly female who wants to get to know them, or is polite to them and just generally a decent person to them. They'd meet a fucking monster. And that's what a lot of society won't come to terms with, is that if you're on the uglier side of things, you get treated like fucking dirt underneath their shoes. Because they have no reason to feel nice, like they have no reason to be nice to you, so they don't. Now, a lot of people, I'm guessing, will probably think this is referring to rejection. That's one of the stupidest things, like the most misinformed things about the community of celibate guys, is that they think that we're all bitter and fucking messed up and resentful all because of rejection, but they don't seem to understand that rejection is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, personally, out of all, the people who've rejected me over the years, I've never hated any of them for it. I can completely understand if somebody isn't interested in me, whether it's because of my looks or because of, I wouldn't be their type anyway, or anything like that. You can't blame somebody for not liking you or being somebody's personal taste. That's like blaming somebody for not liking a band that you like or something. It's just one of those things. I mean, if everybody rejects you, then you can be pissed off about it because, feeling inadequate as a human to be able to find somebody even relatively average, who has an interest. I mean, the whole thing about them only wanting the top 5-10% of guys, that does piss me off. But personal rejection's never really bothered me, and I think that it's one of these things that a lot of other guys like me probably aren't really. That's not the main focus, rejection. It's more the fact that not so much that. It's just the fact that over the years they've actually treated you badly as well. I've never really had them be polite to me on a friend level. I mean, I've had some female friends and stuff, but generally the ones I meet aren't nice at all. I'm not talking about even crossing anywhere near close to relationship levels or anything. I'm just talking about on a day-to-day basis how, other people might interact with you. Say, whenever I'm interacting with somebody who's older, a female who's probably say, late 30s, 40s onwards, they can be a really nice person. But dealing with any of the ones who are within dating range, say, I don't know, teens, 20s, whatever, they're always rude and nasty. They've got no time for you. They've got no time to be polite. They're not open or friendly. It's got nothing to do with the whole relationship. I mean, say, when I meet new people sometimes, certain people will be open to be friendly to you and just, okay, whether they're neutral, whether they're positive, whatever, but they're not a lot of them really are that negative. But I always find it's this way with females, I don't really have normal interactions with them, when I meet them on the street, it's they literally look like fucking androids. They walk by you, just straight, just looking straight ahead, just won't even look at you. I find that incredibly fucking rude. When I walk past people in the street, when I'm walking about town, I look at everybody. I look at the young, old, the black, white, yellow, fucking whatever. I don't give a shit, like, who they are or whatever. I look at everybody because, generally, because it's just, I'm an inquisitive person. I like to see who's around me. I like to look at my surroundings. You know, if I walk past somebody, I'll look at them, whatever. It's just because I like to see who's there, you know. I'm not going to walk straight dead past, like, people and just, like, not even, like... I just find that so fucking rude, you know. And especially even like in close proximity, like in bars and, you know, events, like places like that. It's like they won't even like literally look at you. It's like, dude, you don't have to fucking go out with me, but you could at least be fucking nice enough to, like, you know, I just don't understand that shit. Because I'm like constantly looking around. I like look at everybody and shit, you know, like, but they're just so fucking rude and nasty. And it's like, even if when you're in a group, like with them, it's like, oh fuck, I have to be here, okay, but I'm not going to look at anybody, you know, like they don't fucking talk to you, you know. But yeah, like, I just don't understand it. But it's not just this, you know, it's not the fact that, you know, that they're just, like, rude out in public. It's the fact that whenever I'm at fucking traffic lights, you know, they look over, like, fucking see you, and then they, sometimes, often, give one of two reactions. They either fucking scowl at you, give you some fucking filthy look of disapproval, you know, like I'm dressed in a fucking Klansman's robe or some shit, you know, or like I'm fucking covered in tattoos and got, like, gang patch on or some crap, I don't know. Or they'll, you know, they'll just start cracking up laughing. And, like, I don't understand it. Like, I drive a fairly nice car, to a degree. Like, I mean, it's not, like, beat up as shit. But even if it was, why you would laugh at somebody for that, I don't know. You know? But, yeah, it's just things like that, you know? And whenever I've dealt with them, whether it's a work environment, whether it's a fucking any other environment, you know, they're always just rude and nasty, stuck up, never open to fucking talking. Whenever you piss them off, they won't even come up, they're like children, they won't even come at you with a reasonable argument, they won't come up with a counter argument, they'll just attack your looks. It's like online so many times. It's like if I'm trying to prove a point in an argument or anything like that, their, like, my kind of thing will be generally to, like, if I'm arguing a point, they won't come at me with a counterpoint, they'll just pick on my looks, you know. It's like such a fucking childish friggin' response, but that's just what they're like. Yeah, they're just fucking horrible, nasty people. And unless you've been in the shoes of some guy who's considered by them to look like pestilence in human form, you know, like, that's how they fucking see me. You really aren't fucking qualified to judge on this sort of thing, you know, like, I've had this frickin' crap for years, you know, like, fucking years of this shit, you know, like, how it feels to be lonely and, you know, to know that you're just not good enough, no matter how much you try, you know, no matter what you drive, no matter fucking what your attitude is, how you dress, you know, that will never be enough, you know, and they'll, like, being alone all the time and lonely and not being able to get somebody and being frustrated and tormented by these feelings of wanting a partner and just wishing that you could just, like, fucking have somebody that you could take out to lunch, you know. Like, that's one of the things I hated about moving to this fucking city. There's, like, so many places to go out for food and malls and shit like that, and it's like, fuck, man, like, I would literally do anything for, like, you know, the ability to be good enough, like, to find somebody that I could just spend that time with, you know, where I could just, like, go around, like, malls and things with, or go on, like, just shit like that. I reckon that'd be so great, you know, like, somebody you can meet up with and take around town and shit. You know, and, but I'll never get that. I've never managed to. But the thing is that, like, missing out on that hurts, and it fucking sucks. And then every day you hope that things will be different. You know, that sometime you'll run into somebody and they don't look at you like a fucking leper. You know, that they actually, for some reason, find you attractive, you know, like, and they're like, oh, you know, he doesn't seem too bad, I might, you know, get to know this guy or whatever, give this fucker a chance. But, yeah, it never happens, you know, and every day you just come back and you just feel just so fucking rotten and worthless and inadequate and You know, it never changes. It's like, I've waited years and years and years for this crap, and it's never fucking gonna happen. But it's like, that is one side of it, but on top of that, you know, it's bad enough when I'm coming home from my job, I've done fucking 9 hours or whatever, I'm lonely as shit, I feel fucking horrible, and then I come to the stoplights and then some bitch is fucking laughing at me, or fucking avoiding eye contact, or fucking giving me some filthy ass fucking look. You know, like, I don't understand. You know, like, it's like, it just makes me feel just so much fucking worse. It's like, you know, when you're ugly and unattractive towards them, you know, like, to them, they don't just want nothing to do with you relationship-wise, they literally fucking hate you. It's like, I'm sick, I'm fucking lonely, you know, I'm going through a horrible fucking time. It's like, isn't that enough for you? You know, you want me fucking dead? Fuck, it's like, when I walk around in public, you know, like the stink fucking looks they give me, you know, and the fucking times I walk past some of them and they go, ugh, you know, like at me, I'm like, isn't it bad enough that I have a shit life? Isn't it bad enough that I'm alone and I'm fucking sick? You know, like my life's gone to shit. You know, isn't it bad enough that I'm suffering, but it's like, you don't even want me in fucking public? Like, I'm not a bad person. I could be a fucking, I could, like, be a bloody gang member who's just a problem to society. I could be a fucking criminal who's just been out of jail for fucking robbing like a fucking bunch of people, or something like really bad. You know, like, I'm not a bad person, but it's like, what the fuck, you know? They treat me as if I'm like, I don't know, just something really negative, you know, and this has fucking happened for friggin' years. You know, like, for fucking such a long time. The people who haven't gone through this crap, you know, haven't tried and failed for years, and then on top of that been laughed at and fucking looked at like you're fucking shit, they have no fucking grounds to say this, you know. That's why I think, you know, like, only certain men know what it's like, you know. Only certain guys really know their true behaviour, and it's not pretty, it's fucking horrible. They are horrible people at their core. That's the problem, is that, you know, we look at the surface and we're like, oh, you know, we see this sort of gentle, kind of pretty looking fucking outer exterior. And, you know, unfortunately, because of the halo effect, we believe that, you know, that they could be a nice person, but, like, they're kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing type thing, you know. Yeah, so really, you know, they may look nice to you, but the things they've fucking done would probably shock you, you know, like, just, yeah, it's a deceiving appearance, you know, nice looks, but a heart as black as coal, fucking cold as ice. Horrible fucking people, man. Yeah, but most people, you know, like, you talk about this, most of the people won't even acknowledge, you know, what you say, you know, they just say that you're just some misogynistic person and that you bring it upon yourself, but it's like, it's fucking retarded. It's like, once you've had years of this, of course you become bitter and negative. It's like, did you think I started off like this, or any other guy? You know? Fucking hell, like, I used to be, like, so, like, positive towards them. I thought, you know, if I liked them as people, I thought since I was, like, 5 years old, or probably younger than that, since I was, like, I knew I was straight from, like, when I was so young, and I was so into them, even as a kid, and I always thought that, like, since I really liked them, they would appreciate that, and they would like me, and I would have all these relationships, and be able to have this crap. No, like, if somebody told me that I'd grow up, I'd reach 30 years old, and I wouldn't even know what a real fuck is like, I'd be like, you know, I wouldn't have believed it, man. I just wouldn't have believed it. You know, if somebody told me that you can fucking try all you like, but you'll never experience that thing, you know, I just thought people grew up and fuck, and have relationships, and now, you know, banging to me just feels like something that people do in porn. feels like an absolute fallacy, like an unrealistic thing. And it's like when I see girls walking around and I think they've all been with like 15 plus guys, and I'm thinking, this is just unreal, you know. It's like, fuck, I've tried all my life, I could never fucking get that. Most guys I know can't fucking get that. You know, that's this whole fucking top 10% of guys fucking ruining it for everybody else, you know, going with everybody. But, you know, that's the thing, they'll treat you like shit, but they'll treat these guys like fucking princes. It's just fucking crap. But yeah. Holy shit, there's a fucking mouse over there. A really big one. I don't know if you can see that. It's a really big mouse. Or it's a rat. I had a rat run underneath my car the other day. I was doing something in the foot area, and I had like these things out, these mats on the ground, and the rat just ran fucking across it. I was like, shit. All that rubbish is on the ground because these fucking poo geckos have been tearing up my rubbish bin. Fucking took my chocolate out of there that I had to throw my chocolate out because it was like really hot and it melted. Anyway, fuck, I hope you're I'm shit at talking to a camera. See, this is what happens when you get ostracized and fucking put on the sideline since you were a kid. You never developed a proper personality. You don't really know how to talk even to yourself without stumbling like some sort of autistic moron. This is why you should never fucking bully somebody since when they're younger, because they don't develop properly. They become withdrawn, they become antisocial, and they don't develop properly because they're not around people. They become untrusting. So they don't know how to deal with people or even talk properly. Fucking retarded, you know. Those fucking 18-year-olds are like better verbal skills than myself. It's retarded. Anyway, this is my rant over for the day. See you later.